All right, I tweaked mine a little bit more, and to be honest with you, what made the biggest difference in the look of it was taking out extra points. I had too many, and when I took them out, everything got a lot smoother. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's better than it was, and it's certainly closer to the inspiration for this one. So I've got the ears, I've got the eggs. The scale is not totally insane. It's not great, but basically my problem is I would have been better off if I had oriented my page along the landscape. So I'm going to try that. And yeah, that would be much better. All right, so I've just clicked on the rotate page option under page size, and I am going to move my ears up and over, and those are my eggs, and they're there now. All right, I'm not sure that's better, truthfully, but it's there. Now I don't have anywhere to put my text if I do that, so let me go back to where I was before in terms of my page. Whatever. All right, to finish. Work on the ears, work on the eggs separately together, whatever, and then get them scaled. When you do your scaling, be very concerned or careful that you first of all consider your groupings. If you haven't grouped, you might want to do so. Makes things considerably easier. And the other thing that you want to do is make sure that you're holding your shift key down when you scale. If you scale with the shift key, you scale proportionally. If you scale without the shift key, yours could end up looking like that, or something else really not the way that this was intended to be. So the scale is really, really important to maintain the proportions of the object, and this is true for scaling upward or downward. It's just good basic habit to get into when you are working with it. All right, we have a type tool. Keep in mind with type that it's going to be making use of the type that's on your computer. And that becomes important because I may not have exactly the same typeface that you do. It looks like they may be, oh, they're working off of their server, so we should be good for anything in the list. It should work great. The trick is going to be to type whatever your word is, make sure the type is selected, in other words, what you have typed is selected, and then come pick something that you think seems appropriate. I just picked paprika, which the name doesn't seem to be particularly springy, but the way it looks has a little bit of irregular baseline, a little bit of tilt and shift to it. You can almost always, yeah, this program lets you do it too, go larger than the list. 72 is the max that shows up in the list typically, but you can work bigger than that. And I want to. Let me try 150. And it works. And you can put it wherever it needs to go. I'm going to pick a color that actually seems to play nicely within the color scheme of the design that we've got going on here. Which, I mean, I got a lot of options. If you have trouble, as this one is, with ascenders and descenders, then consider going with an all cap. I'm not too bothered by the fact that the P in spring is hanging over one of the eggs. It's actually not bad to have it doing so. I just need to reposition ears relative to that to work a little bit better. And then I'm going to pick something other than black for my text color. I can pick from the design. I don't think the mint green doesn't show up well enough. The blue's okay. The blue's actually got enough contrast to stand up against the background without being too dark. The green would probably work as well. But when you're done, yours should look something like what I've got happening here. A set of ears that you draw using the pen tool and edit. Can't be really, really jagged. Need to have some refinement to them. 3 differently patterned eggs in colors and some text. Your final version will be exported, so you're definitely going to do a PDF export of this. And when you're finished, your PDF should open cleanly. You should be able to test that out. You should see all of your various elements in place. Okay, so that is what you're submitting for this particular assignment.